Wow, that was amazing and educational. Hi everybody and welcome back. It's only me, Wilshire Richard, again. I'm making another video here. I'm making another video here on my phone, okay? And the reason I'm making this video on my phone is because my camera, my video camera's got a problem with it. I need to get it either replaced, get a new one, or fixed or whatever, because there's a problem with the card. I think it's the card inside. Maybe I need to replace that. I don't know. Anyway, it's not recording anything, and it's very strange. I don't know why. It just suddenly happened. Anyway, I'm making this video on my phone. Some of the videos I do on my webcam, as you know, and I will be making more videos. I'm gonna, in a couple of weeks' time, after like the Chinese New Year, after Chinese New Year and that here would have it, we're gonna look into seeing what's out there. Try and maybe get a new card or something. I don't know. I think it's the card. Look, don't worry, okay? All I want to say, this video is for Black Sword Shinobi and my friend Bill, okay? Hi, Black Sword Shinobi, Bill. Bill is a great friend of mine who has been sharing martial arts knowledge, mainly like in ninjutsu and survival, like life tactics and education. His videos are just really, really fascinating. I really advise anyone to check out his videos, okay? The training methods he shows are great. Okay, I'm not just kissing ass, as we say. I'm saying that I love the stuff that Bill shares. Okay, Bill, thank you very much for all you stand for. Okay, he's also a very wise, knowledgeable, ninjutsu, traditional martial artist. Okay, so anyone who wants to get some information on background training in such arts, and valuable knowledge. Something different, compared to this MMA stuff that's all out there right now, Bill's the kind of person you should go to, I feel, ask about these things. Okay, so basically, anyway, I don't want to ramble. All I want to say is this video is to thank Bill, so thank you, Bill. Black Sword Shinobi, okay, on YouTube. Hold on 1 second. Please excuse me, it's there's the internet. They're coming up with stupid crap on there and all kinds of advertisements that you get on YouTube. Please excuse me there. But yeah, as I was saying though, thank you, Bill, and I'm really thanking him for the video he made. Okay, he made a very, very good video, and the name of the video was Tactical Test Sniper Training. Basic Declaration of Independence, what's that? The Constitution, what's that? And gun control. Anyway, it's all about how these amendments, like what they have in America about guns, gun ownership, and all of that, and how that all came about, how guns were legalized as such. He gave a brief introduction. He gave me a brief introduction on. He gave us all a brief introduction on the history of guns in America, because I didn't have a damn clue what it was all about, to be honest. I just thought, why do people need to have guns over there? I never understood, So let's just check it out and look at this first, and I'm going to say a few words. This is the name of the video, and you guys should really check it out, especially people that want to know more about this, okay? It's a very good, brief history, basic knowledge on the stuff, so thank you, Bill. Okay, epic, great stuff. Before I talk about this video in detail, because this is a reply video I'm making here, I'm replying, okay, I want to say a few things, okay. I want to say to all of the world, this is a global apology also, on my behalf. I want to give I personally, as a person of planet Earth, but also as a British person, because I am from England, and British, the way I speak, I know, but I'm just saying, I come from England, I come from the UK, I was born in London, born in Britain. I would like to actually, because, I spend a lot of time, complaining, or you could say, recognising the fact that, there's a lot of, foreigners that want to come to England and just take advantage of it, I'm not saying so much Americans, I'm not such said about this, there's people from all over the world coming there and trying to take advantage of England. But I want to say something though, as a British person, you know, even though that I'm living in China, you know, now it's been 10 years, as you know, but my life is, you know, life is where you go, you know, what the life you lead, and if you've got peace and you've got respect for other human beings, I believe that's the most important thing, right? But this is the point I want to say. I think I will say this, because why not, right? I am English, really British. I want to give a global apology, okay, a global apology to the world, on the history of England, Britain, you know, the UK, England and the British, okay. I want to give, on their behalf, I want to give an apology to the whole world, because quite frankly, it seems the more and more I learn about England and Britain, is that they've been, in history I'm saying, the people that were, the things that have happened, they've been acting like bitches, okay? Excuse my language, but Britain, it seems, has gone to many, many countries and tried to take over, or has treated people in such mean ways, has had no respect, or very little respect for other cultures and countries all across the world. Now, I don't know much about the history in terms of slavery and stuff that's gone on. I know, like in America, but I'm guessing with England too. But I know a lot about England. I mean, I hear a lot about England, or I've heard a lot about England going to other countries and stealing ancient artifacts and things like that. Even in like China, you know, coming to China and causing a lot of trouble too in history. I mean, it's shown in films, and you know, there was movies like Jackie Chan's, you know, Zodiac and things like that. And again, old film like Once Upon a Time in China. You know, Once Upon a Time in China, that movie with Jet Li, you know, Huang Fei Hung, Once Upon a Time in China with Jet Li. They even show that in there, and this is true stuff. I mean, they're showing stuff that's really reflecting on true stuff. Those battleships coming in, and the British like carrying on like they're so, you know, they're just pigs the way they carried on. I mean, back in the day, you know, going in, bombing, shooting everything up, causing fires. If they couldn't steal something, or it was too big to steal, they'd burn the place down. Looking at this stuff, I can really see why a lot of countries should definitely, you know, or should look down upon British history. Now, I never knew much. Now, when you go far back, like when you go real far back, I mean, some people believe that all continents were together originally on planet Earth and they moved apart. I don't know about that or whatever, but we are all human beings on planet Earth. I mean, some people believe that, like, what they say, even here in China. I mean, I don't want to start a war off, okay? I'm just saying what some people's opinions are, okay? I don't know anything, I'm just saying, right? Some people will say that, you know, China and, you know, the Chinese people moved to an island which became Japan, and, you know, there's like a connection between, you know, Chinese, let's say Japanese, and you know, Korean or whatever, I guess, right? I don't know much of a detail. I'm speaking kind of loosely with my words here. Please excuse that, you know. I'm an unarmed man, you know, unarmed kid. But I'm just saying, you know, some people would be very angry about that. I'm sure if they were to hear that, because they come from their own cultures and their different things. I don't know much about the British in terms. I know they've spread about. You know, I mean, you've got like Scotland, Ireland. I don't even know these things. I don't even know enough about my own history, British history, let alone world history. It's kind of ignorant, I know. You know, about certain leaders and stuff like that. Even things like, you asked me like different years when we had Tony Blair. You go back in history, Margaret Thatcher, Winston Churchill, you know. I don't know enough about it. I've been in the dark, you know, this kid, I just grew up watching TV, cartoons and the movies and, you know, American movies, a lot of it, films, you know, I don't know, I just haven't learned enough about the history. I've never been really interested. I'm interested in the humanity and the history of how we all come about. But it's true, I mean, you look at, for example, the Australian flag, like in Australia, you've got the, and if anybody knows, okay, I mean, hi, I'm Craig Cavaney, if you're watching, hi bro, thanks for the support. I mean, you, and then again Demsley, my bro. These are British people also. If you know more about that, please share with me, because I'm kind of like a numbskull. I don't know much about this, but you've got like Australia, for example. If there's any Australians watching, please tell me what you know. There's information online and I can look up. They've got like the Union Jack, the flag, or the Union Jackass, the Union Jack. I'm just saying, or the British flag, which is like a cross, and you've got, was it St George's Cross is supposed to be? Is it the Red Cross? And you see that, like, you always hear of that, the Red Cross, right? And then St George's Cross, you've got St George's Day. Ireland's got St Patrick's Day, but you've got like the Red Cross, and it's like, you even see like the football, and you've got the England, but I don't know much about it. I'm not really into that for football at all either. But I'm just saying, the Union Jack flag, you can see that, and it's United Kingdom. I know the UK, and you've got Great Britain, but I'm just saying you see that on the Australian flag in the corners of on the Australian flag. You see that. Now, I don't really know much about it. You might think I'm dumb, but I don't know. I'm not in the know. Some people would take that damn serious. They would say, what, you should know about your own country, something about your history. Why don't you? Why don't you look up this stuff, man? It's important. And I agree, to a large extent, it is important in many ways. I would always argue that it doesn't really affect today. Because of yesterday we have today. Yes, because of today we have tomorrow. But it's like because of today we have today too. And I always think that I don't want to get so, you don't want to get stuck in the past. It's in the ways of today and how you act and think and act. But definitely looking into the past, it's very important to learn something about what came before and how what we have today. So I'm rambling now. Can we learn without understanding yesterday? Well, we've been doing that ever since the day we were born, okay? But then you might say, well, no, we've also been being taught, also about the history, like in school. Anyway, let me get on to the thing. I'm not very worldly in a lot of knowledge, and I'm not very historical in my own knowledge about my own country's history. But what I will say is, I find it fascinating. I don't know what really happened, because white people. Now, you get white people in different parts of the world. I'm saying like white people, let's say. You got England, let's say you got Ireland, you got Wales. I've been to Wales. You got Scotland. You got a lot of countries where you think of white people. Okay, even America, if you go far back. But if you go real far back, then you talk about the indigenous people, or the Native American Indians, as such, who weren't seen to be exactly white people, right? I've even heard of, like, is it a football team or some kind of team called the Redskins? Is it? I don't know much about that, but they was getting in trouble or something because they wanted to do it's going to be a change of a name or something. All this stuff, with politically correct racism and all this stuff that goes around in today's modern language, which was so mixed up. But yes, looking back on history, things did happen. Now, I don't know much about the history of that. I know there's old Western movies, and I love all that old cowboy. I find that all fascinating, about cowboy stuff. You had all the old cowboy films and the Western films, But it was always like, in a lot of old films, it was always like, the cowboys versus the Indians, cowboys and Indians. I used to have the plastic little toys also when I was a kid. Like you had the army soldiers, like in Toy Story, But also we had the little cowboys and Indians, the packets, and you had the paper forts and stuff, and you'd play. Did you ever get them when you were a kid? You know what I'm talking about? Now you might say that's racist in this day and age. Would you get that or no? But I'm just saying, that's what I'm trying to say. I believe that if the world wasn't so politically correct and so ignorant to history, we could say, or so closed-minded when we should be more open-minded, I guess those kind of things like the cowboy and Indian toys, I guess they would be seen definitely in something like Toy Story. You know what I mean? Modern day, but it's because of the way people carry on in this day and age. They find anything as insulting, and insulting, and what do you call it, offensive. But that, to me, is people's own problems. How they feel. But let me get back to the point, though. Right? What I'm trying to say is, I do find it interesting what happened with white people. I don't know exactly how white people. I always imagined that it was white people, the British. Don't take this wrong, okay? Please, anyone from America. I always imagined that in the history it was white people from Britain, as I heard, who went to America, and then over in time in America it become, you know, the white people of America became American, the same way as people from China went to this certain island, and then it became Japan, and it became Japanese. When you look at places all over the world, all over wherever Africa or wherever in different parts of the world, in Asia, when you look all around to countries nearby, usually you see people of who look similar, right? Look in even the colour of their skin and the way they look slightly different. I'm sure they can smell the difference. They all know because of the border and that they all know you're different. But I'm saying, the further you go, and sometimes it's not that far in this day and age because of history and things happening, but sometimes the further you go, though, let's say back in history and in the world, like travelling, the further you go across the ocean, people do look different, and then of course their customs, their cultures, their language, everything about it, the climate's different and all of that, different reasons. But you see what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is I don't really know the history exactly about British people going to America, or was it not that? I mean, I'm not trying to say that all Americans really are British. Don't take that the wrong way, please. I'm not trying to say that. You know what I mean? It's like even myself. It's like I say I'm British, but it's like I've heard I've got some Irish blood in me or Welsh blood. I don't know exactly. You know, my nan told me. You know, so someone in the family was this or that. No, it's hard to find that purity in a lot of the world now anyway, but I am a British as such. I'm British. Most of my family are British, you know, white, English. But I'm just saying, that's what I'm trying to say. Though I'm just saying that it's like it's not about the colour of the skin, fair enough, and it's not about the borders even. People born in different countries and different things happen. Yeah, but I'm saying in the history, I don't know what happened with white people. Is that true? Treat me like an idiot if you like. I don't know. I mean, is it that white people all came from Britain and they all went to... I'm not being a pig. I don't know, and I don't give a damn. I'm very ashamed about my country for a lot of reasons. There's good and bad everywhere, but I feel ashamed. But I'm saying, like, did they go to Australia? You got Australia. You got New Zealand. You got America. You got Canada. Right? A lot of countries. I don't know hardly anything about the history. And in Australia, they say, we always used to joke, in England people joke and say if you go like, and in cartoons you'd also see it, like if you travel to Australia, that's like going upside down, the other side of the world. You dig a hole through the world, you'll come out upside down on the other side, you know, because it was so far on the other side of the globe. But I'm just saying that you hear different accents, some are similar different places. But you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, let's say South Africa. I don't know much about South Africa, but I know there's a lot of white people there. But when I think of Africa, I think of black people usually, right? So I think, was it the white people that went there, or were they always there? See how retarded I am at the way I'm carrying on? I don't even know, right? So, if that's true, if you're saying most of white people, not you, I'm saying if it's true that most white people, or all of them even, came from Britain and the UK and spread it over the world, like this power, how the hell did this little country try, you know, affect or try to take over the whole world? What the fuck? I can't believe that. I've learned, I know America is a fairly like young country compared to some other countries, but I've also learned, okay, that if anyone's watching this, okay, please, I've got American friends, you know, all you guys, okay, please don't take it the wrong way. I'm not trying to be some, you know, stuck-up British, because I'm not. This is like an apology to the whole world as well, but for people that have done wrong in the past because they've abused power, or I don't know where the power comes from, your ass or what. But when I say, I go back to what I was saying, though, you know, it's like, I hear Americans telling me about, and even you mentioned it, like Bill mentioned it, like about British people taking advantage of the American people. Now, obviously, we're talking about a time when America was definitely America, and it was formed as American. They were the American people with different culture, and British were British. But they were coming over there, coming across the sea, and still trying to cause some trouble, or thinking that they own. Is it that they thought they owned, or had some power over Americans, or did they? I don't even know anything about the history. But it seems like what I've heard from American people is that English people either did rule, or had some kind of rule over America in the past, or tried to, or thought they did, even when they didn't. Or they had some kind of power, right? And they're trying to abuse, and they didn't have independence. So I keep hearing about Independence Day. I'm not talking about UFOs and Return of the Mac, Big Mac, Burger King. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Though it's like, is that what it's about? Is that what Independence Day was? I don't even know. They celebrate. I really, really respect Americans for that. And Bill, I want to say thank you. This video is also about Bill. Okay, this is a reply to Bill, okay, Black Sword Shinobi, for the video he made. Bill made the best ever. I've been asking American people for years, but Bill made maybe I didn't ask enough questions especially, but Bill has given me the most knowledgeable, most educational lesson from that video he made on the history of America's how guns came about, the amendments, or is it the Second Amendment or whatever amendments, and what came to that, the Constitution, how it came about. I don't know anything, but it was all in a basic language that I can more or less understand the point of. And it was all about self-defense right from the beginning. And then hearing him say that about like having to defend against the British, my God, I agree with him. Fuck you about anyone coming into your country, because that's what's happening in this day and age. Now I know in our countries, England and America, also there's a lot of this multiculturalism. Some stuff's been successful, but some of it's like doesn't seem to ever work. But we try to get along with the rest of the world, but a lot of the world is just tearing each other's asses out. There's that war and all of that. You've seen what's been happening with all these migrants coming over, smashing the place up. But anyone coming into your home, and I say, don't let anyone shit in your house, But they're coming over and trying to cause trouble with everybody, and they are causing trouble. So, it's true. There comes a time when you have to defend yourself and you have to stand up. So I'm saying this, and I'm saying it right now, definitely. I've always been against guns, and I agree, it's not the guns, it's the people that use them. I've always been against any form of violence. Heck, that's why we do martial arts. Crazily, I know. It's the same thing with guns, right? But what I'm trying to say, I've always been against guns for the fact that they are weapons that can kill. They can harm, in the wrong hands, and there's a lot of crazy people. So that's like the reason I've always had to, let's say, people should have guns then. I've always been proud, not proud of Britain, but I've always been proud and felt safer. I've always feared, like if I was to go to America, I'll be afraid that I might get shot. It might sound crazy, but it's not like that, right? But the fact that people can, I've seen videos online, someone gets angry with somebody on a train, underground subway train, pulls a gun out. It's like, what the fuck, it can happen. People have got guns because they fear their lives in danger for the defence of themselves. But what I'm saying now in this video is, I can understand it, and the way the times are going, the way times are changing, and the way that people feel that they don't feel safe, they don't feel that they can defend themselves, they need a gun to protect themselves because it's getting more and more dangerous in the country, plus the government and whatever's going on, plus threats and invasions from whoever else and this and that. I don't know what's happened recently, this thing in Oregon. Maybe Jason Mountainous knows something about it. I don't know what it is or whatever. But, you avoid all that, of course. But I'm just saying, I'm not trouble. I'm just saying, when this thing was happening in Oregon, there was a standoff. Was it people trying to take guns away? I always watch this Alex Jones show. Hi Chuck, he watches that, right? You know what I mean? And all this is fascinating. And Mike Reese, if you're watching, let me know what your thoughts are. Plus Clive Mackenzie in England. Anyone who's watching with your different ideas, let me know what you do think about this, okay? But I'm just saying that Oregon with this as well as another example as well, with the guns, and they took them away. There was like some people were like protesting, the family protesting with placard, with signs and that, saying like, what was it? He was ambushed and assassinated, their son or whatever. It's crazy. So, but what I'm saying is, I understand more so now. If we're going to be under attack from the rest of the world and your countries are not protecting you from inside attacks and outside attacks, damn, I understand. I totally do understand more so now. I don't understand the need for a weapon to put a bullet in someone's fucking head or kill someone. Harming someone's wrong. But if you're going to die, you need to defend yourself. Right? If you've got someone threatening your life and might kill you or your family or put a threat on you, and you shoot him in the leg or whatever it is to save yourself, this is definitely a form of defence. It's like 50-50, isn't it? Or 100-100. Someone's focused on putting harm on you. And it's like, if they might have a gun or whatever anyway, but if you can't protect yourself with some kind of power, a gun is definitely an effective high-tech, weapon as such, right? compared to like a blade, a saber, or a ninja sword. Come running up to someone, you can't do that as such. So, same thing, it could be as brutal. I mean, you could give someone a slash, and it might not be as fatal as a gunshot. You know, you could hit someone with a baseball bat, break some bones, but you might not kill them. Or you might kill them and it would be more fatal than a gunshot to another place. Or even the fear alone could scare someone. But is it you scaring someone, shouting at someone and they have a heart attack? Or it could be their own health or whatever, their own issues because they're more timid, so they fall to their death. There's a lot of stuff, and you can go scientific about this. You can talk to doctors or whatever. But I'm saying, I do understand that the need, because in all warfare you've got to be serious if it's for the defence of your life. Warfare is all warfare is wrong. It's all based on imagination and deception. But I'm just saying, it's like, you know, life is there. And that's what they say martial arts came from. Even Danny Nasanto even mentioned, you know, martial arts originally, it's true, was invented so we can, for the protection of life, because you love life so much and you want to take care of life and protect life and nature. So that's why we train all these combative arts. So from someone from far away, or there's multiple assailants, if you've got a gun, definitely you can pick them up. I mean, not kill them, but you could possibly, you might do, but be careful. But you could like shoot them and stop the it's a very effective form of combat, even for citizens. But I believe people need to be trained in it properly, and have the right laws and licenses and proper laws behind it. Fair enough. But I'm just saying, I understand the need for it now, and especially the fear of the way the country's going and the world's going in terms of you not knowing who's going to be able to protect you. But within law, and they always say, I've always heard, hear the law but follow justice, right? Now, all I'm saying though, there's one true thing, and there's a lot of countries over the world which are safe and there's less gun crime because guns are legal. Are illegal. Like China, there's less gun crime and guns are illegal. The UK, there's less gun crime and guns are illegal, right? England, Britain, where we know. That's true, right? So we do feel safe there. And I've heard American people even talking to British people saying like, "Oh, you feel so proud that your police don't have to carry guns, right? That's great." And they say, "Yeah," and they think it's funny, but I mean that really shows a lot, though, don't it? I mean that is good. But in times of danger, and if you need that, and if you're being invaded left, right, and centre, and inside and outside, definitely, you need to protect yourselves. You know what I'm trying to say? So, America's a different place to England. America's a different place to the rest of the world. America's got its own will we don't understand. So, who the hell can anyone say anything about it? So, fearful you might be, then you just stay away from America. But if you want to go to America, you have to accept that and just it's not that crazy. I'm sure it's not that out of hand. But I'm saying definitely, I understand the people now for the passion for guns. And if what Bill is saying is true, also thanks Bill, Black Social for the information saying about it came about then because of Britain and that as well in the history saying about that. So they wanted to protect themselves from their land, from the invaders. And at the time there was a lot of that coming from Britain, you're saying? Oh, I'm very, very sorry about that. I didn't know anything about that. So I can really understand Americans for thinking or really believing that the British have been so stuck up all these years in themselves and thinking themselves so this and that. That's totally wrong, okay? But the thing is, the time does go by, things do change, and people are there, but some things don't change. I mean, there's still tension between some, Japanese and Chinese. They got, because of the history and that. And fair enough, there are things like that. We do understand. And the same with like some racial tensions. You get blacks, whites, or anything like that. And you got even like wars and stuff that have gone in history, like North Korea, South Korea, and things. And everything. It's everybody's. Countries helping countries, and whoever helped the Japanese in the Japanese War. I don't know much about it, even with Germany and Hitler and all that. I don't even know much. All I hear is about these gas chambers and and loads of people were killed. I don't know anything about it. I'm here in China. I'm trying to ask people about this Chairman Mao guy and Mao Zedong. I don't know much about it, Dictatorship all over the world, fighting going on. I guess there's a lot of history to Australia. That's silly me saying it, but I'm just saying, really, you've got Northern Ireland, you got what's it, the IRA, so much that I just don't know. But people are so crazy how they just can't communicate, whatever they celebrate, whether it's religious beliefs or whatever beliefs, but people are just tearing themselves asses. There's people starving all over the place. They're going to different countries trying to, take control of this, take control of that. Greed runs people. Violence seems like it'll always be with people. It's survival is the thing where everybody wants really, but everybody wants more. There's like greed, and then it's like, can we find peace? It's like the resources of the earth. People like Jacques Fresco. I'm a massive fan of Jacques Fresco. He believes that the world's got enough resources, but we just don't use it. We don't think enough. We don't improve our ways of thinking and change and develop with technology and everything. We could do more. So I want to say thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Bill. Thanks, Bill, for that respect there. Thanks a lot. And again, everybody, thanks for watching. And I say thank you, Craig Cavaney, for your comments recently too. Okay, I'm just going to say this video has been a pleasure to make, and I really enjoyed Bill's video. I'll show you again here. You should go here and find this video, guys. Thank you for watching this video here, which is Bill. Okay, subscribe to his channel, please, because it's a very good channel. I haven't got many subscribers on my damn self, y'all. Sorry for my terrible accent sometimes, but I like to play around. You know me. You know how we do. I know you can't really see that very clearly, but it's okay. Black Sword Shinobi. Okay, so subscribe. It's a very good channel. This is the video here. Okay, here's the title of the video. If you can see it there. And good little training with the shooting at the beginning too. Self-defense, man. Modern day warfare, the same as ancient day with a samurai or whatever it is. But we have to protect ourselves. I've seen videos of bullying going on and terrible stuff. I was bullied when I was a kid as well. There's people wanting to commit suicide because of bullying kids and stuff. That's all wrong. We have to defend ourselves. Okay? Protect yourself and value your life, everybody. Okay, and protect your loved ones. Protect humanity. If there's another human being beside you, you know what I mean. We're all human. You've got to see that. You've got to see that. There's no reason to. We should protect each other and protect the world. That's what it's for. People abusing rights and laws and stuff. Laws made by man. You've got to remember, I'm not some idiot. I'm like scientific. I'm like honest and truthful in it. I mean, we are all human beings of planet Earth, and all laws we make up ourselves. But I'm just saying, that definitely respecting laws that have been being, don't abuse powers if you've been given them. It's the same as you shouldn't abuse your money if you've been given it, or time, or friendship, whatever. So don't try and use a power. A power used negatively is only a weakness. Some people are religious and they believe like the sword, was it in the Bible or something, it's supposed to have said, I don't know, but the people would say like, the sword you use, you point the sword, it's as though you're pointing it towards yourself. So truly, yeah, but I'm just saying, with guns and stuff, I understand it now, the meaning for self-defense, but definitely it's very, very dangerous. And even if you didn't mean to fatally kill someone, you could kill someone, or they could kill you. Not. People do panic. I guess it needs good training as well. But definitely, if you're being taken over, and the option, if you've got to protect your life from people who don't even value your life, their life, or some of these guys are suicide bombers. Some of these guys just don't even give a damn if they die. They'll kill you and then commit suicide anyway, or they'll kill everybody around them and themselves. Some people got no respect for life. They try to harm everyone around them. So, in that situation, when you do value life and you want to protect more lives, they cut off the hand to save the arm, whatever, yeah, we can understand it. And you're not trying to kill people, that's not the goal. It's the same in martial arts, we're not trying to hurt people. We're trying to stop it, and keep the peace. So, defense is what it's all about. And they say offense is the best defense, and an offensive defense might be, acting ahead, you might want to hit first rather than wait and defend slower. But always said defense comes first. There's no first attack like in karate. But at the same time, it's like they say like the first attack. Yeah, but that's right. This person's threatening your life, so you may attack first physically. It seems, but the attack was on you. There was a good enough threat. But you got to not judge and make presumptions, fair enough assumptions. That's a hard thing to say. But it's like if you can read it enough and you try and become a better reader and learner in life, and be a better mindful person, wise, and control yourself. That's how you become a better martial artist internally than through the external. So then, being able to defend yourself effectively, even though it might seem like you're offensive, but you do, you attack, you read that and you say, and you just for defence. It's got to be for defence, but you try not to like kill someone or harm someone really badly. Thank you so much, Bill, for the knowledge and the information back a little bit more there to do with like England and America, the some of the history there. I learned that a lot of pigs, there have been a lot of bit piggish attitudes in a lot of countries all over the world, but in Britain, and I speak for that, and I apologise to the world too for that. I think that's right. Okay, hello Demsley and Demsley and Craig Cavaney. I mean, if you'll support me on that, guys, for English people, you know, but. I'm just saying, we've got to admit, we have to stand up against any form of evil and piggishness. But it's not us that did anything. But I'm just saying, you know, same for the American people, you know, so wanting to stand up for themselves right since the beginning. And I kind of understand more now about how guns came about. And when you see that America seems to have been invaded in many ways too, as a lot of countries have, and they're being invaded now, but it's like, and if you're being attacked, like Alex Jones believes, by the actual very people that are running the damn country, you know, and they're giving and then putting you under threat like that, then I can see the intense drive that you really feel the need to defend yourself even more before war breaks out and civil war, and I believe that's going to be all over the world anyway soon, with all this crazy stuff going on, with all these crazy people trying to turn everybody cuckoo, you know, what's going on all over the world now. You just look at, you know, people trying to force you to believe in what they want to believe and all that shit. Look all over the world. The UK is torn up. Look at the videos I've been posting on Facebook, guys. Check it out. This is real stuff. All these migrants and all these people of different religious faiths. I think you get the picture of what I'm trying to say. You know, this is just not on. I don't care if someone's in a mask or not. You know, how can, you know? It's like, yeah, you know, face it. You know what I mean? You either live by the sword, die by the sword. You know, or is it die by the sword or live by the sword? That should be the name of this video. It's like, they say live by the sword, die by the sword. No, hang on. Is it die by the sword or is it live by the sword? You either give in to bullies, be it whole countries or bullies on the playground, or you stand up. Otherwise you could end up getting really hurt for the rest of your life and change so you can't even turn things around after it's too late. And if it's your life on the line and you have to stand up, your life's on the line, hip hop, your life's on the line. No, just love life, protect life, value it, martial arts forever. Thank you, Bill, brother 2, Black Sword Shinobi. Thanks a lot, bro. Loved the video. Excellent, knowledgeable, educational video.